It's the 2K Sports pregame.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. A few moments here before we start the game, let's talk shooting guards. Kenny, some have said the talent at that position is the weakest it's been in some time. Which young shooting guards do you think are poised to fill that void?
Well, James Harden's already there. You know, we're talking about Kobe and D Wade's departure as the top guys, so to speak. Klay Thompson, versatile shooter, defender, two-way player, as you love to call him, Ernie.
You know what you named two, Kenny? We're going to take it to 5. I'm going to give you 3 more. Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Tough as nails with a growing offensive
like him.
game. My homeboy down in Orlando, Victor Oladipo.
Ooh, already?
Defense and athleticism, yes, already. And at the last spot, Andrew Wiggins, young fella with all the potential to do it all.
Great potential. A little too young, Victor and Andrew, but they're on their way.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach the tip.
We are in Sacramento, California, home for the Kings in an interconference basketball game here. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. A look at the 76ers starting group. Smith is out there with Cannon. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Okafor. And it's Embiid in at the center position. And that is good. Okafor's got the opening field goal of the game for Philadelphia.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, will be leading an NBA team.
And here are the 76ers now. Smith against Rondo. Embiid sets the pick for Smith. Clock at 6. Okafor kicks to Embiid. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Gay. And that's in. Nice feet on the play.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal.
It's the 2K Sports Show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Fellas, it is quite clear that Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the league with his contract done and his stardom. Should New Orleans be feeling the pressure to go deep in the playoffs, Shaq?
Well, I don't know what team he's going to be with, but any team with Anthony Davis should be, at very least, a playoff team, Ernie. Winning will keep him happy and up the chances he stays in New Orleans for the long haul, but this guy is woo-wee.
Yeah. Woo-wee.
The real deal.
I mean, he came from the depths of the bottom of the sea to get to where he is, because the guy was 6'1" as a junior in high school, man. And now he's getting the job done down there in New Orleans. Built the team around him. You still got to add a couple of competent team members around him for him to really flourish, but this guy is incredible.
Is it just me, or are you trying to grow your eyebrow all the way across? It looks like you're well on the way to having a unibrow.
I would love to get a unibrow, because I think now, to be a great player, you have to have one brow.
Shaq?
No comment, Ernie.
Appreciate that. See you later, folks.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Davis and Asik in the middle. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. Kicks to Holiday. On the wing, Evans. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Evans has got the opening basket of the game for the Pelicans. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
On defense, the Cavaliers. Here's Holiday. Outside, Davis. There's a screen. He dishes it to Evans. Asik with a screen on LeBron. On the wing, Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. And the Pelicans get it back. Davis. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Irving kicks to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Irving drives in. Good on the shot.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Here's Gordon, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. The kick out to Holiday, and it's New Orleans scoring again. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. On defense, New Orleans. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can drop an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Ashik, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's James, and he jams it with authority.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here is Davis. Now here's Evans. Back to Davis. Pass to Evans. Pulls up. High post. That one wide left.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
James outside. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Channing Frye.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play with guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. And I could push them at the same time, where we could work together. It's a family, the basketball team, you playing for 82 games. You need somebody that's going to be in your corner.
Wouldn't you like to push Kenny?
Push him off the set.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
As long as I could push you back.
You may not be able to. Kevin Harlan, take it away, kid.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of Bethlehem.
It's a road game for the Nuggets, and they are facing an interconference matchup in today's game. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Denver, Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Moutier out there with Harris. Now here's Anthony, and that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Here's Vujicic to the middle. A steal.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Moutier with the ball. Back to Harris. A second chance effort. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponent scoring chances.
Lopez, a screen on Gallinari. Anthony loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, Merry Christmas. That was a freebie.
Moutier kicks to Harris. Pass to Moutier. There's a minute 40 left here in the opening quarter. Farid, left side, 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Jose Calderon. Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for him, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the 3.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
Here's Jokic after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Jokic passes to Gallinari. Floats one, can't get it to go.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Outside Anthony. A floater. And Calderon with the layup.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Moutier kicks to Fareed. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Gallinari up top, covered by Anthony. Here's Jokic. Soft touch off the glass.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Anthony against Gallinari. Outside Anthony. He dishes it to Calderon. This one for 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Knicks out front, up 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. It's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
The Nuggets trail. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
So on the floor for Denver, DJ Augustine out there with Will Barton. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then it's Arthur. And it's Laverne in at the 5 spot. There's the dish to Galloway. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming in the last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
So he gets them both. The Nuggets trail by 4. Now here is Augustine. Some solid defense from Grant. And here are the Knicks now. Galloway kicks to Williams. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
There's the screen. Here's Barton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Chandler, no good. New York leading by 7.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older. More and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Williams' shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Augustine. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Serafin. Porzingis comes in for Derek Williams. Anthony's checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Calderon in for Grant. Big group substitution here for Denver. Norkic checked in for Laverne. Alinari comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Moutier in for Augustine. Nurkic with the block. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Nurkic a screen on a follow. Moutier. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games too. It seemed like every time they were around they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Anthony missing again. The Nuggets trail by 5. Sampson dishes to Moutier. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half. Now Calderon. Outside Anthony. Tries it from 19. And he knocks down the jumper. Anthony's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And that does it for the first half of play. Knicks lead by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, I'm here with Jose Calderon. Jose, what's working for the team so far, and what do you guys need to do in the second half?
I think we're just helping each other. You know, it's not about one guy. It's everybody. They got really good players out there, so we're just trying to help each other and keep the turnovers down and just don't let them run to their place comfortable. So I think that's the key.
It takes the entire team, Jose. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. In the second quarter, we began to see what they're capable of when everything starts clicking, as they pulled out to a 7-point lead by the end of the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
You know what? They had a pretty good balance out there. Good work on offense, nice effort defensively. It'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out, though, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot that jump shot every time down the court. There was no diversity in their offense. No one was able to figure out different things that they were doing. Very predictable offense, and I think that was the difference.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going, and in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have, and he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
And here's Moutier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. We've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Vujacic. And it's Calderon in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. New York leading by 7.
And guys, a lot of problems for the Nuggets last year. Ended the season with a 30-52 record and really struggled even against the Eastern Conference.
Now here's Calderon. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And for the Nuggets struggling against the East, something they aren't used to doing. They usually pile on the wins when they take on that conference.
Yeah, typically that's the case, but the Nuggets won only 11 games against the East, tied for second lowest amongst Western Conference teams. That's the first losing record against the East for the Nuggets since 2004. You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
There's the pass to Harris. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Grant. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fareed. It's deflected, and they get it back.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. They set the pick. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. The Knicks pull it in.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with a rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Grant kicks to Anthony. Moutier with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 9. 43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. On the wing, Chandler. From outside, off the mark.
Hey, guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Moutier. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Deep 2 from Anthony, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. New York ahead, up 7. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Here is Calderon. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Kenneth Faried is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Harris. Then there's DJ Augustine. Now here's Calderon. Dishes it to Anthony. A baseline J. Shot's good. Anthony's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for New York.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Faried, a screen on Anthony. Martin passes to Jokic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Anthony with it. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Williams can't hit.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
The kick out to Faried. Williams against Augustine. 6 to shoot. No luck, and New York the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Kicks it to Carmelo. The shot misses.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Barton dishes to Augustine. There's the pick. Pass to Jokic to the right side. Here's Barton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Take a break.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. So for the Knicks, Lopez comes in for Kevin Seraphin, and it's Porzingis in for Williams. And then for Denver, Gallinari, he's checked in for Harris, and it's Moutier in for Augustine. And he makes both free throws.
He was very composed on that trip to the stripe, and he's close to being a one-possession game now.
The Knicks leading by 5. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing by New York here. Clock at 6. Now here's Calderon. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. The feed to Moutier. Fareed at the elbow. Pass to Barton. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession. Terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Watt is on the line here.
Well, how about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Anthony against Gallinari to stop the drought. Connects.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Three from the inbound. Moutier, no good. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So a close game sees New York take this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before, but it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
We've seen so many performances like that over the course of Carmelo Anthony's career that we've gotten spoiled. But we shouldn't fail to appreciate what he has been able to do tonight. He was spectacular. When he doesn't try to do too much, Carmelo Anthony is absolutely lethal, and he had it going tonight.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, the last few years, a bit uncertain for the Nuggets. Went from being a top team to a cellar dweller, and it didn't take long. Kenny, it became clear last year they have some work to do.
Yes, a lot of work, but they started with the draft. Emmanuel Mudiay, great pickup. Looks like he's going to be a great young talent. Haven't made long-term mistakes, but they have to get some more roster flexibility and do some more things to really make this team a contender in the West.
They got a new coach, Malone. He knows how to get teams to play defense. Defense was their biggest problem last year, so it's definitely going to be a focus. I think Coach Malone is the guy to get these guys to play some defense.
Kevin Harlan's got the call, and we will see you later.
Welcome, everyone, to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest between conferences, the Pepsi Center here in Denver, Colorado, where the Nuggets take their home floor. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Anthony. Vujacic is out there with Calderon. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Porzingis in at the power forward position. Now here's Calderon. 4 on the clock. Fires for 3. Gallinari with the rebound. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career-low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
And getting back to Jose Calderon, he's been an extremely efficient shooter for a point guard, 48% from the field throughout his career. But last season, he couldn't hit it at all. I mean, he dropped down to 41%.
And, on the topic of Jose Calderon, his game is predicated on getting others involved. Last season, he had Carmelo Anthony to throw it to, and really pretty much no one else. So defenders could key on him a little more, causing him, I thought, to become just a little less efficient.
Now here's Mudiay. Calderon unable to get his shot to go. Screen by Fareed. Mudiay pass to Jokic. There's a good screen. Screen by Fareed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He took good advantage of that screen. Gallinari's got his first points of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
That's good. Anthony's got his second bucket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Mudiay. Harris outside. Off target from outside. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to visit with Kurt Rambis.
I asked him what players he was really eyeing on the scouting report, and he said one that might surprise you, Kenneth Fareed. He said he plays with so much energy and effort. He really sets the bar for the rest of the team. If we can limit his impact on the game, I think it'll really be to our advantage. Guys, an interesting take. We'll see if they can slow his roll.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now Anthony, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay from deep.